Hey everyone, it's Francesca here, healthy living coach and fitness instructor. I am coming to you live this evening. This is Sunday night. As promised, we are going to break down today what 100-calorie snacks and those 6 mini meals that they used to teach us, how it has made us unhealthy or even fat or gained weight over the years. So if you have fallen subject to any of those marketing ploys, okay? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, okay? But you can, from this day forward, change it. So we're going to just break it down, how it developed, how it started, what it does to your body, and then how you can correct it going forward, okay? So you're also not alone. We've all been there. We've all fallen for it. And we're just kind of going to break it down, right? So we've established that it's not your fault. If you watch or trust or listen to commercials, marketing, advertising, companies that promise that they are created and based on you being healthy and losing weight, it's just marketing, okay? But it's okay because we're going to expose it. All right. So you know that this is very like a no filter kind of channel. So I lay it out there real for you. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back when we were younger, maybe a few decades ago. And how many calories were we supposed to consume on a daily basis? 2,000 to 2,500 calories on a daily basis. Why? Because to get up out of bed, to function, to have our brain function, to have our body operate, to do any kind of activity, right? Not necessarily working out. I mean, like any activity. Walking around the house, taking our, pet for a walk on the block, going up and down the steps, doing some laundry or dishes or anything like that. Okay. This is regular activity, walking to and from work, from our car to the store, add taking care of children, add working out on top of those calories that our body and our brain needs by itself. Right. And that's what we are meant to consume. Wonderful. However, after our food source started to be messed with back in the 70s and 80s, and we started to gain weight throughout the 80s and into the 90s, companies realized that, wait a minute, if we take calories in and decrease them below calories out, we can coach somebody to lose weight. And that is true. But however, you can only do that plan like one time, maybe 2 times, okay? So if you're on a diet or a fad plan that encourages you to reduce calories, okay, and increase activity so that you can lose weight, that is a one-time fix. One-time, short-term fix, not a lifestyle, not a long-term goal. So companies are like, wait a minute. If companies and brands, right, are established and launching on the basis of encouraging people to cut calories, then we need to give them options, snack, food, dinner, or otherwise, beverages, okay, that are lower in calorie. Because then if they're following a low calorie diet or plan, or if they're following a company's recommendation, right? Or going to local meetings and doing weigh-ins and counting points and calories and weighing their food and all of this stuff, if we give them low calorie options, then they will still consume our food and drink our beverages. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and reduce calories. In order to reduce calories, what happens in exchange? So we're looking at low calorie, no calorie, low fat, low sugar, no sodium, even 0 calorie foods and beverages. So if you are drinking or eating something that has no calories, I'm going to ask you, what is it made up then? What is it made up then? I mean, I bet even like one little leaf of baby spinach has some kind of calorie content, okay? So if these things have no calorie and no fat and no sugar and no sodium, what are we consuming? We're consuming toxic chemicals. Toxic meaning things that are synthetic, false, created, non-existent in a natural habitat, and were not alive at one point. Our body does not recognize them. So what do they do with these what does our body do with these 0-calorie beverages, or these low fat or half the fat or low sugar? Okay, so we're just going to group all of that together, all right? And I'm not going to re-say all of those things. What does our body do with all of those ingredients? Because we're eating something, right? If our body doesn't recognize it, but we're intaking it repeatedly over and over again, our body is very smart, but it can be fooled and tricked. It's going to assume that we need them because we're telling it, wait, I need this over and over and over again, okay? So it's going to store it. It's going to store it in and around our fat cells and in and around our internal organs, period, because we're telling it we need it, right? So while we're decreasing our actual caloric intake and we're increasing our activity, most people hit what? A weight loss plateau. Because there's only so far you can cut calories. Then in order to lose weight again, what do we have to do? Do we cut calories again and then increase our activity again? And then we do it again and again and again and again. You cannot intake 0 calories on a daily basis. Your body can't function. Your organs will shut down. Your brain will not be able to function. So it needs calories and energy to function and operate. So you cannot just continue to reduce calories in order to lose weight or maintain that stable plateau, because what's happening, the calories going out and the calories coming in may be completely exactly leveled. However, anywhere your body needs to make up calories that you're not consuming, it's going to what? Go after and use our fat stores. Nope. That's what we have them for. But it's too much energy and too much work for your body in the instance that we need energy to break down and burn fat. It doesn't have time to do that. So it's going to go after your muscle. It's going to go after your muscle because that's a quick energy source. So if you do not intake through food, real food, enough calories on a daily basis for your body to operate, it's going to eat your muscle. Now, what happens as your body eats your muscle? If you're working out, you're not going to gain or lose muscle, perhaps, right? Because what you're trying to gain in muscle, your body's using to get through your workouts. So you're just going to maintain, stay level. Okay. If you are not working out, and when I say working out, I mean strength training, building muscles, then your muscle mass will continue to decrease as your fat, body fat, continues to increase. And then eventually you will be not able to burn as much calories at rest because you do not have the muscles that are burning calories. Your body is made up of more fat than muscles. Okay, so muscles weigh more than fat. So sometimes we can get tricked by the scale. So those plateaus that we say we're on, maybe it just means that the amount of muscle that we're losing is equivalent to the amount of fat that we're gaining. However, we're gaining more fat than muscle because muscle weighs more than fat, which means fat weighs less. So if your scale is not moving, but you feel like you're working really hard, we need to find out what your body is made up of. How much muscle, how much fat, okay? All right. So now that we've kind of put all of that out there, your body needs on a daily basis about 2,000 calories. It does. It's going to get that from your muscles, from your fat stores, from the food that you intake, okay? I know that sounds really high, right? But we should be able to intake at least 1,200 to 1,500 calories on a daily basis to function, at least 1,200 to 1,500 calories on a daily basis, okay? Even if you want to lose weight, yes, even if you want to lose weight, I'm going to say 1,200 to 1,500 calories. So of course, I have a very specific schedule that we put people on so that they can consume 1,200 to 1,500 calories in a day, that they can eat in increments that are necessary for their body to operate and function, so that, let's say a perfect day, you wake up and you have like minimal to no breakfast, or maybe you're just drinking your breakfast. It's called coffee. Okay. So maybe you just drink your breakfast. Maybe you have a little oatmeal or a little granola or something like that. And you're like 1 to 200 calorie breakfast. I'm doing awesome. You might have a snack, pick at something in between then and lunch, just be distracted. Maybe you drink your next snack or eat a little, let's say a piece of fruit, right? So maybe an apple and a banana or a hard-boiled egg. So we're talking about like 60 to 80 calories. Okay. And then we have lunch, and we want to do really well at lunch. So we're going to have like a non-existent, soup or salad that's like 1 or 200 calories. If we have a 300 or 400 calorie lunch, we feel like we've really splurged. Okay. And then in the afternoon, we're opening up those 100-calorie snack packs. Don't get me started on those. Oh, gosh. So we're opening up those 100-calorie snack packs. And then what happens? By dinner time, our body needed about 1,000 to 1,200 calories. By 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, give or take your shift when you wake and sleep, to function. And what have you given it? Somewhere between like 500 to 700 calories. So we are way short. Your brain knows that, and you start to go into complete craving mode. So that's when everybody wants to binge in the evenings. And it's like, oh my gosh, by the afternoon and evening, I feel so hungry. All I want to do is just eat. And I want to eat everything in my cabinet, and I want to eat everything in the kitchen. And I want to eat a nice big dinner and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, wait a minute, I did good throughout the entire day. Why am I now blowing it with all this high intake of calories in the evenings? Well, it's because your body needs a certain amount of calories to function, and you didn't give it that. Okay. So go back to, I know we keep going back because we learn from the past. Oh, ring neck. Okay. So we learn from the past. So let's go back to like caveman days, full survival mode. When were they going to eat high calorie, high caloric meals and or animal protein? They didn't know, right? Vegetables, mostly, seeds, berries, those kind of things. So their body would store everything they had because they were just intaking a little at a time, a little at a time, a little at a time. And then they would have these huge meals, right? And their body was like, okay, great. I need all of these nutrients because I don't know when I'm going to eat next. Does this sound like you? So we're actually setting our body up to do that on a daily basis because we're intaking these 100-calorie snacks at a time. And then we're intaking full meals. We're going through times of skipping meals. And then we're going through times of these really large, big meals. So it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going out to dinner tomorrow and I'm going to have this really big meal. So then tomorrow, all throughout the day, I'm just going to like drink water because I'm saving all of my calories for the evening. Wrong, big wrong. Big, huge wrong. What did you just do? You just forced your body into survival mode. Like, hey, I'm not going to feed you today. Your body has no idea what you're doing or how long this is going to last. So the next thing you intake, like when people say, gosh, all I have to do is look at a bagel and I gain a pound, it's because the next thing you intake, your body's going to hold on because it doesn't know what you're going to do tomorrow. Are you planning on eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, or not? Are you going to make it wait until dinner? Are you going to get up and meet a friend for brunch and then not eat for the rest of the day? Are you going to work out for 2 hours or 4 hours and then the next 3 days you can't work out at all? Are you going to do a 30-minute workout for the next 5 days and then you're going to skip the entire next week? Consistency. That's all it is. It's consistency so that your body begins to trust you. How many calories do I have to burn today in order to function or in order to get through a workout that might be coming? And how many calories am I going to intake? And your body, like I said earlier, is really smart. And once it can trust that enough calories are coming in, you will become a fat burning, muscle making machine, period. That's the end of this video, okay? So keep watching, subscribe to my channel, give it a like, share it so that other people can hear about this, and then we're gonna have a follow-up video so that you guys really know how to structure your day. Yes? We want to lose weight and we wanna do it in a healthy way and we can't just keep cutting calories. So stay away from the 100-calorie snack packs. Give yourself full meals throughout the day, like 3 to 4 square meals. Knock 6 mini meals, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Does that make sense? Good. Bye.